Welcome to Can I Park Here? Brought to you by findafashiontruck.com. Nashay and Estrell's mission is to inspire future and existing small business owners. They don't claim to be experts. They're simply trying to figure this all out, just like you.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Can I Park Here podcast, brought to you by findafashiontruck.com. My name is Nishay, and I'm here with
Estrell.
So this is possibly, and I say possibly, but I'll tell you why I say possibly in a second. But this is our last episode for the year 2015, and we'll start back up in January. But I am going to see Estrell in like a week when I go to Chicago.
You will not plan my holiday. I will not be working. So people, please don't expect anything from us.
So you may get a surprise podcast from us.
Nah.
You just wait. So, but, that would be kind of like a little bit of a bonus. But if not, if I can't twist Estrell's arm and get her to do some work, then you'll hear from us again first week in January. So we encourage all of you guys to kind of go back and listen to some of the older podcasts if you haven't caught up already. Or if you have listened to all of them, maybe go back and listen to the ones that really spoke to you and just listen to, it's almost like reading a good book again, right? You just listen to see if you missed anything. And always remember that if you go to startafashiontruck.com, all of the show notes are there. So if they mention a certain thing in the episode, I just go through some of the old episodes and look at the show links on all the show notes. You might find some really good books people recommended or apps or what have you. So I definitely use this time to kind of just go back and do a little refresh.
So before we get started with the episode, we're going to play a little voice recording from one of our listeners. Her name is Shalita. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Shalita, and I'm calling from New Orleans, Louisiana. And I am interested in starting my first fashion truck. And I want my fashion truck to be geared around plus size women clothing, sizes 12 to 24. But my question is, where can I find good quality plus size clothing that not only reasonable price for me, but also can be reasonably priced for my customers?
So, Shalita, we're going to have our guest, Courtney, address that question for where to find plus-size clothing.
Yeah, and I want to say, I remember you threw it to the Facebook group. Do you remember some of the things they've recommended?
I want to say one of them was fashiongo.net. And I can't remember the other one, but I will include it in the show notes.
But yeah, we really think that you're going to like the last episode for the season. This young lady, Miss Courtney, she kind of does a little bit of everything. It just shows that even though you're in a small town, you can still do your thing. She owns a brick and mortar store. She just started her mobile boutique, which she kind of launched in 2 months. And she's just really, and she has like a full-time job that she
does several things.
Yeah.
And one cool thing that she is about to start doing is she's implementing glam boxes into one of the services that she provides. And I think that's an awesome idea. So you'll hear more about it in the episode.
Yeah. So here we go. Courtney, thank you and welcome to the Can I Park Here podcast. Can you tell us just like a little bit about you, like before the mobile boutique, like what you were doing and then why you decided to open it up?
Well, I currently work for a higher education school. And I'm doing like event management and party planning. And I'm also the assistant to our president. at that university. So I'm kind of a all hands type person. So that's what I've been doing prior to opening up my mobile boutique or I have a storefront also. So, so I'm still working that job as a full-time job, which makes it hard to do, but it's working out.
Wait a minute. So you have a storefront and a full-time job and the mobile boutique?
Yes.
How?
Wow.
So what hours do you work at the store?
Okay, so my store is open on Thursday nights from 6 to 7, and then on Saturdays from 11 to 4.
Okay, so it's not every day.
So it's not every day, no,
Okay.
and it's only a couple hours, a couple hours on Thursdays and then a full day on Saturday. And the crazy part is that my town is so small. You're probably wondering, why in the world, how is she making it?
Well, I was just curious because I'm like, does it kind of work out? So, because since you're not doing retail there every day with the price of like leasing or whatever, are you able to still make a profit though you're renting space?
I am, honestly. It's crazy how it works or how it's worked out. Because I'm open on appointment only during the days that I'm closed.
Mm-hmm.
But people come in from all over on Saturdays. It's crazy how it works.
And is it like a pretty big store or is it like a small store? Like roughly how much square footage do you have?
It's probably maybe 1,000 square feet. It's not very big at all. And how I got into the spot, my almost 10 years ago, 11 years ago in December, we moved to this small town called Parker. Mm-hmm. And it's very small. There's no more than 300 people in the town. It's country. Wait, it's farm. 300.
Wow.
Y'all got to look it up on the map.
Oh my goodness. Like, we're both born and raised in Chicago. I'm in like right outside of DC right now. So all we know is city life. So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And it's nothing but farmland. I mean, we have, it's farmers all around us. Of course, we have people who live in the county. But my town has supported me. And we moved down here and there was a building for sale that we purchased. And we had it for 8 or 9 years. And finally, we had people moving in and out of it. And I said, well, why don't we try this? And I dropped the store in there and it's been a hit since then.
Wow. Oh, so you actually own the building.
I own my space. Yes, I do.
Okay,
oh, that's sweet.
Awesome. I do. So I've been blessed throughout this entire process. It's crazy.
That's amazing. I mean, so when did you open this store?
So I opened the store. I'm coming up on my 4th year in December. So that would have been 2012 of December. And the store came first. And then the mobile boutique I just released in August.
Oh, so that's new.
It's brand new. Yes.
Okay. And how is that going for you so far?
It's working. I found out that I kind of have to really put it out there because here in Kansas, there's only a few of us, 3 or 4 of us here. And so a lot of people don't understand what it is.
Right.
So I was listening to one of the other podcasts and they were like, put a sign that says step in. So I did that. And people don't really ask questions anymore.
Wow. But it's something simple like that because everybody probably feels a little bit awkward. Like, am I supposed to enter?
Right. Huh. So it's pretty cool. And the reason why I came up with, maybe I need a truck or something because we have county fairs where they do rodeos and the kids come out and they show their farm animals. And I was hauling everything in my store, all of my stands, all of my clothes on a trailer. and driving it for 45 minutes. Well, by the time you get to the location, your racks are spilled over and you've stopped 4 or 5 times and it just didn't work out. So my dad and I got together and we came up with this idea. We saw this truck, it was gone. The whole thing was gone. And it just came together.
Cool. So, okay. Now, when you decided to do the mobile boutique, what was your first thought? Like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. Like, what was the process that you went through in order to follow through on this idea?
Well, basically, the first thing I thought was, I need to get this truck. And then I just started, visualizing in my head what I wanted it to look like on the inside, started drawing it out, started looking at the money, how can I do this? Can I do some refurbished materials? So that's what I did. I did the quickest and more affordable way to put it together.
Did you have a initial budget, and were you able to stick to it?
I did not have an initial budget.
So you just said, whatever I need, I'm going to get.
Whatever I need, I'm going to get.
Go make it work. Make it work.
I mean, I had to be creative, So in order to, I don't know if you guys have seen pictures of my truck, but like I have some shelving in my truck. So I said, okay, what's the best way I can do this and they won't fall down? So I went to the dollar store. I got the little closet hooks, the shelf hooks. Those were $1 a piece. And then I used 2x4s for the shelving. I mean, that right there cost me maybe $4 altogether. So I just used some creative ideas.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it works. It looks nice. The dollar store, I wouldn't even thought to go in there looking for anything.
Or the rehab. We have rehab places here in Kansas, and I went and looked for things that I could use in there. So I've got like a little diaper stand that's underneath a mirror, and that cost me like $15. All I had to do was touch it up a little bit. So just little things like that.
Yeah, I love repurposing stuff. It works wonders. And so where did you find the truck?
A guy here in my town had it sitting in his yard. He was an old electrician, and it had been sitting since we've been down here. Like 5-10 years. And so my dad asked him, hey, do you want to sell this? And you would never believe how much I paid for that truck.
How much?
Only $600.
What?
Stop.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. First of all, there are going to be some truck owners that are going to hate you.
I know. Can you cut that out, please?
No.
Right.
Thank you for hearing.
Wow. I mean, sometimes things just tend to fall into place.
You are so right.
Okay, so $600 though. What did you have to do? Like a whole bunch of work as far as mechanical?
I didn't have to do anything to it. I took it. It cranked right up. I took it to a mechanic, and he said, "You don't really have to do anything." He said, "We'll do the normal tune up, and we'll check your tires." But that was it.
Okay, you are like the luckiest person ever.
I mean, that was it. Really, this thing is crazy. It was orange when I got it. And I couldn't afford a wrap. So I don't think I have any pictures of it being orange.
Yeah, you have one. You have a then and now picture on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. So I couldn't afford a wrap. And it was like a week out before I had to go to the fair in August. And so I had a bright idea to take exterior paint, like what you use on a house. And I sprayed the entire truck myself with a spray gun. I wouldn't recommend that, but to get you started, it hasn't peeled yet. You gotta do what you gotta do. And people were asking, where'd you get it painted? And I said, well, I did it. Would you like me to do your car?
Oh,
no. She getting into all kind of business ventures. That's hilarious. And then you just had like vinyl printed with like your name, your phone number, a little Facebook thing, a little Instagram sticker.
And I just recently did that. That's something that I did. I did a show with Typographic. And so I went ahead and just got the little sticker done. That was like, that's probably the most expensive thing that I have on the truck right now.
Oh my goodness. And how long, so I know you launched it in August, but in total from like purchasing the truck to August, how long did it take? Like just a month? Or was it 2 months to get everything ready?
I would say 2 months.
Okay.
So let's talk about the products that you sell. So what do you specialize in?
I specialize in, of course, women apparel. And I carry anything from jeans to handbags to bling belts. I carry boots in the, I should say cowboy boots in the summer. And I kind of lean more towards the plus size, which I call Glam Plus. But I carry both. I carry anything from a 2 to a 32.
Okay. And, speaking of plus size clothing, we had a listener call in and leave us a voice recorded message. And she wanted to get some ideas or recommendations on where to find plus size clothing wholesale. Now, do you have any suggestions on like places people can look for those wholesale?
When you see plus size on any site, you always have to ask the question if it's junior plus. So if it's a company that I've never used before, I always ask that question and I have them tell me what their size chart is. But I really enjoy using Apparel Showroom.
Okay.
Because they guarantee their product. So if I don't like it, I send it back. If it's too small, I send it back. There's no restocking fee. So that's really where I get majority of my plus size clothing right now.
Okay. And they don't give you any kind of hassle.
They don't.
Okay. Okay. That's
maybe
good.
they can hear it in my voice that I don't want to hassle, but I never have any problems. I never have any problems. And now Kansas City has a wholesale market, and I go there and pick up some plus size stuff. That way I can see it and feel it and touch it.
Okay.
So,
do you ever go to trade shows?
I don't.
How have you been able to and maybe it's easy because, at least with the store, you're open kind of the one evening during the week and then on the weekend. But do you find it difficult managing your online shop, your brick and mortar store, and now your mobile boutique, like making sure that you have kind of everything synced up so you don't accidentally, let's say, sell something online or sell something in the truck and then someone buys it online and then it's no longer available? Like, have you figured out like a good system for that yet?
I when I buy my merchandise, I buy it in threes because I don't want my customers to all, you walk into Walmart and you all have the same thing on. So, so I buy it in threes. So it's really hard for me to keep up my online site because I do sell out quickly. And so I have kind of gotten rid of that, which is probably not the best thing, but I'm now using Facebook to do that. So I can manage it a little easier because I'm on there every day anyway.
Okay.
So I can manage it now that they've added that shop tab. That's going to be real easy to do.
So have you actually used it yet?
I have used the shop tab. Yes.
How easy was it to set up?
Oh, real easy. I mean, it was maybe 3 clicks. They give you the privacy notices, and then they ask you to set up through. There's a site that they're using for your credit card payments.
Because I know Shopify has something too. Is it through Shopify or another site?
But it's another site.
Okay. Do they charge a fee?
They do, kind of like PayPal for credit card processing. Okay. Yeah, it's like 2.8 or something like that. Which at the end of the day, if you multiply all of that out by 12, you're only charged by what you sell.
Right.
So if your customer uses a credit card, then at the end of the day, it's probably it's more affordable than having an online website and having a credit card processor and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you finding at least that it's pretty successful. That's awesome. You know, it's interesting. I was looking through your Facebook page and I love this little nerd shirt. I don't know if you remember the t-shirt, but it has like glasses and then it has nerd in it. And you're right. You wrote designed by Glam Graphics. Get your personalized shirt today. So, and that was a while ago. It says like June 12th. But
Yes.
so do you do custom t-shirts also?
I do. That is one of the services that I offer through the store. Where they can pick out a t-shirt and say, hey, I want this on it. And I either do it right then and there or I do it in 7 days. A real quick turnaround.
You want that shirt, don't you, Nashay?
I know. I'm just like,
I can hear the wheels.
Maybe I need to pay for this shirt. I like it. It's so, I can't explain it. Okay, I'm dragging the image to my desktop right now so I can include it in the show notes. Okay. So people can, now you're going to get like emails from people. I want to get that nerd shirt. But it's so cute. I love it. I don't know why. I'm just like, this is an awesome shirt. But that's kind of cool. So you sell custom t-shirts, you sell jewelry, you sell clothes, and even like, I see like even baby clothes. So you sell a little bit of everything.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Now, so since there's only a town of 300, and okay, this is big city mindset, so I apologize for my ignorance. I feel like you kind of like run out of shoppers at some point. Do you like go to like?
Well, yes, I feel like sometimes I see the same shoppers over and over and over.
But so I guess as long as they're spending, right?
Right, as long as they're spending. But I found that if I don't get something new every week, the customers start dropping off. So I try to get something new every week unless I'm slow for 2 weeks. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I can do, maybe I can kind of leave the same things. But I have a lot of the same customers, but customers bring in their family or, their sisters in town. So they want to come shopping because they've never been able to do that before. So this is kind of like a place where people can show off their little bitty town that only has one gas station, one stop sign, a post office, one elementary school. So it's something different to do. So I do reach out to other cities around me, 30 minutes away or 45 minutes. I try to market to those different cities to try to get new foot traffic.
Now, I know you mentioned that you did an event with the typographics truck.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did you guys get together to plan that?
I think she found out about this event. It was a charity event for kids, like a holiday mart, but half of your proceeds go to children in need. And she found out about it and she reached out to me. But I can't remember our connection, how we first got connected. I think it was through a lady in Gardner that I had sold to at a party that I took my truck to. And I think that's how we got connected.
Okay. Have you collaborated with any other mobile boutique owners?
I think Lily Boutique in Wichita. I think that's what her boutique name is. When I very first started my truck, I kind of reached out to her and said, hey, what do you think about this? And we talked for 15, 20 minutes. She kind of gave me some quick tips. But that is the only other truck that I have talked to. We only have about 4 of them in Kansas, so there's not very many of us.
And with the town being small, do you have issues with like parking on the street, or are there like strict regulations that you have to abide by?
No, my dad's the chief of police, so I don't have any problem with that.
Wait, okay, hold the phone. So not only did she get the truck for like $600, and own the building that the store is located in. Her dad is chief of police. Okay.
Yes,
So
he
all the
is.
stars have aligned. Like, oh my goodness. But hey, if it works, it works.
It works, right? But I haven't had any issues. I have not had any at all.
What advice would you have for like future mobile boutique owners?
Just do it. That's my advice. Just do it. And don't worry about, who's going to come to your truck or, what people are going to have to say. It'll work out. Just take your time and do what you want to do, and it'll be fine.
And I think another point I want to drive home to listeners too is I always kind of harp on in most episodes that there's not like one right way to do things. So like for you, you've chosen to still have your full-time job and then do this kind of like on the side. So it's like this is your nights and weekends, and then you have another passion during the day. So there's not like this one way to do it, or you don't necessarily have to like quit everything to start your dreams,
Right. And to keep it fresh and, because some people, they kind of die out after a year or so. And I am that type of person where I die out. If there's nothing different or new for me to do, it's kind of like, what am I doing? I try to introduce something each year that I'm open, to keep it kind of fresh and up new. So last year, Glam Graphics was new. This year, I'm doing something new. So, just keep it fresh and interesting for yourself, and your business will go.
Do you have any plans for new stuff in the future? Like, what do you see yourself doing in 2016?
I would love to be off my job. I would love to be off my job in 2016.
Well, with your luck, I'm sure it's going to happen.
Right. I know, right?
Things are going to work out.
I'm that type of person. I have to juggle 20 different things. So I don't know if I will ever leave my job. But this year in December, I am releasing a glam box. And so hopefully that'll keep me busy.
Kind of like a pop sugar box or a birch box?
Yes.
Sort of? Oh, neat.
Oh. What type of stuff would you have in there? Like just little trinkets, or would you actually have articles of clothing?
I'll probably just do, scarves, matching boot socks. Because I find a lot of people have a hard time matching, or not matching, but coordinating, maybe mustard and leopard together. I find people have issues with that. So I'm going to try to just do coordinating boxes. So maybe, a necklace and a scarf that matches, or a boot sock and earrings, and, just put it together.
And how do you plan on marketing that or getting people to sign up for it? Are you just going to send out notifications to your customer list, or how did you plan on doing that?
I'm going to do notifications to my customer list. I'll do in-store specials, put it out on Facebook, and kind of pick and choose some people that I know that would be interested, and kind of give them an incentive to get it out there, share with their friends. And hopefully it just takes off. So,
you're going to have to quit your job at some point, because this is, just to be honest, this is going to be a lot.
It is. It is going to be a lot. I agree.
You got to give it up. Just give up the job.
but it's it's never that easy though, right? Because you got bills to pay, kind of responsibilities. So it's like you want at least to sometimes have that little nest egg.
Thinking of the time commitment though, especially once you start to get busy with the orders for the the boxes, it's going to get crazy. Planning. You got to plan each month with the boxes, what's going to be in the boxes. You got to mail them out. It's a lot of work. Quit that job, girl.
Okay, so Astro's like the little devil on your shoulder, and I'm like the little angel, girl, you better wait.
I know, right?
Quit, girl.
Do it when the money's right. I'm like the cautious one. She's the one that's like, oh, it'll work out. Even though with your luck, you probably are golden.
Exactly. But my main thing is that having this business has helped me budget. I'm not out shopping every weekend. It's actually made me grow. And so maybe I will get to that point where I can release that job. But right now, I don't know yet.
No, I feel you. Now, do you have also any tips? Like, of course, we're in the holiday season. And, I know this is the first holiday season for your mobile boutique, but for the store, like, do you have any tips like people should consider doing like during the holidays to maybe increase sales?
I always do the 12 days before Christmas. And
like a little special discount or something?
Like a little special discount. So I might say $10 off of scarves or, buy two, get two, or, little stocking stuff for sale. It kind of makes it easy for me because it is my anniversary month. And so I actually opened December 23rd. Oh, so I run some really short promos to get people in, and then I have a big anniversary party on the 23rd. So
nice. Wow. Well, I just want to ask you just a few questions to help the audience get to know you a little bit better. Do you have a favorite blog, book, or TV show? And if so, what is it?
I will say a TV show, and I love Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and Chicago, the new one, Hospital. I think it's what they call it.
Ah.
You know what? And it's funny, like I live in Chicago and I don't watch either of those shows. None of them.
It's like because you're there. It's like, yeah. It's like how probably doctors never watch Grey's Anatomy.
Right. Okay, but what about The Blind Spot? That's not a Chicago show.
Oh, okay, I watch that.
Yes, that's my show.
So if you could have any celebrity, entertainer, model, athlete, whoever visit your mobile boutique, who would it be?
Let's see here. I think it would have to be Steve Harvey.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, and all he has to do is like mention it on his show.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just increase traffic. You have people from other places driving in like, oh, Steve Harvey said this place is great.
Exactly. No, but he always talks about men's fashion. And sometimes I feel like, well, what about women? So,
that is true. Yeah.
He always talks about men's fashion.
Suits and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so with all your wearing multiple hats, the mobile boutique, the store, full-time job, what do you do to just wind down and de-stress?
So the best way that I try to relax is by sleeping. After I get my massage and my nails done, I just try to get away and sleep. Cut the phone off and because I have my phone on 24 hours a day. I'm always on the email. I'm always answering it. So when I do get away, that's how I do it.
And Android or iPhone, and what's your favorite app?
I would say iPhone.
Yeah.
And my favorite app, probably Facebook. I'm constantly on it. I
know. Facebook is like... It's addictive. I feel like I wake up and I'm just like, I wonder what everybody's doing this morning.
But you know what? Facebook kind of sucks now. It's not like it was when it first started.
I agree, because there's so many people on it.
Yeah, it was fun. And now it's just like...
People
sucks.
griping?
No, but it sucks. Like, I don't even really see all of the people in my friends list. I maybe see like 10%. And so I'm scrolling and scrolling. It's like I keep saying the same thing over and over again. So it's just, I don't know.
Well, a tip for that is you need to follow people. Follow the people you want to see it. Like you could just go to their their main Facebook page, and then it'll have like a follow button, and it'll guarantee that that'll rank higher in your feed. Like I'm following you on Facebook, so I always see what
I
you
do
post.
that.
Maybe you should unfollow some people.
That's what I was going to say. Unfollow the ones you don't care about.
I did that too. So even like the people that I'm following, I don't even see all of their stuff.
I think it's just because there's so many people on Facebook now that it doesn't have a good, clean filter of what they want to share with anybody. So they just drop, their programming just drops whatever on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
come up with a program that fixes that issue, ladies.
I know. Exactly. Gold mine.
MySpace. Going back to MySpace.
Wow. Oh my goodness. People that still use MySpace.
You know what? I actually thought about that today. I said, I wonder what about, because I was logging into my Skype and I'm like, that used to be my MySpace username and password.
Yeah.
So I wonder if going back to that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. You might be onto something there.
What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Even though you haven't like really failed yet.
I would attempt to open up multiple stores. So have a chain store. So, because I'm probably about an hour away from a big city.
Okay.
So open up a store in one of the nearest biggest cities. And then I have a lot of clients in specific areas. So I would like to open up little mini stores there so they don't have to drive so far. If I could do it, not fail, I would totally do that.
Not a bad idea.
Well, cool. Well, Courtney, this has been great. And thank you for coming on the show and just kind of sharing what your experience and kind of what you've learned on the last couple of years with your brick and mortar and now last couple of months with your mobile boutique. We really appreciate you coming on.
No, thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Wow, that was so much fun. I think I laughed like more than normal in this episode. I had a really good time.
It was like crazy, like how much good luck she had with
that was insane.
$600 truck. Her dad's like the police chief, so she could park anywhere she wants. Like
she owns the brick and mortar store. Most people normally just kind of lease.
Yeah, I need that awesome luck.
I was like, wow, you can't beat that. My goodness. But
in addition to that, she is able to multitask and she does her thing. She's making money in a small town. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. And, sometimes I kind of get on my soapbox and go off on little tangents. And this last episode will be no exception.
Of course.
Last episode, let me correct that, of the season. We'll be back first week of January. But I just say, folks, over the next couple of weeks, right? It's Christmas holidays. I know you're going to be spending time with your family and spending money maybe that you shouldn't be spending and, whatever else. But maybe just carve out 15 hours. I know that's very specific.
It is. It's a little creepy. Very creepy.
But here's the thing. It's like taking 2 hours out of every day to go somewhere, be it lock yourself in a room, in a closet, go to Starbucks, Panera.
What? A closet?
Our last episode, she says she sometimes goes to the closet just to get like some peace and quiet. So that's why I threw the closet in there.
Okay.
But what I say is like 15 hours, maybe dedicate just 15 hours. So 2 hours a day to writing out truly what you want to accomplish. And people sometimes think this is cheesy, but I'm a firm believer in this. I do have an addiction to journals, but that's neither here nor there. Go buy yourself a really nice journal, like a journal from Anthropology or something, right?
Oh, okay. This is not a show promoting Anthropology. Please note that, people. We are in no way promoting Anthropology. But
I
anyway,
love them. But no,
aside
here's
from her
listen.
15 hours.
But this is what I'm just saying. Go get a journal and then kind of write down kind of like some goals that you want to accomplish in the next year. If you already have your own business, kind of figure out what that plan is to get yourself to the next level, be it more sales, more followers, more whatever, and then really try to figure out what you need to do and come up with actual steps and a clear plan for how to get there. And if you don't own a business, really start mapping out like your business plan, go online, start searching and kind of write everything you can down in this journal and then just continue this journal on in the new year and then just make sure you're holding yourself accountable. So that's all I wanted to say.
But real talk though, real business owners, real small business owners, real entrepreneurs never stop working. It's like the grind is 24/7. So the 15 hours sounds good, but you will never get rest. You need to be on your grind every day, all day, trying to figure out how you're going to make that money.
That's true. But it's like, I was listening to another podcast and they said working yourself to death is sometimes glorified. And you need to do it in moderation. So yes, do you need to hustle? Absolutely. Do we hustle even to get this Find a Fashion Truck stuff done and, do our editing and this and that when we're doing it kind of like off hours, really? Absolutely. But there has to be some balance in there. And so my thing is like, yeah, if you could spend more than 15 hours coming up with your plan, researching online, setting up your Google Docs and spreadsheet with all your inspiration and whatever, setting up your Pinterest boards with things that you want to do, game on. But, if that seems overwhelming, just take it one step at a time.
And I will remember this, and this is documented proof that when I decide to take a little break, even if it's a couple hours and you proceed to call me a slacker, I will replay this for you.
Come on now. This is Vice is really just for the listeners.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Not for your partner, but the listeners. Gotcha.
But no, seriously, like Courtney is amazing. And clearly she is definitely getting her hustle on 24/7. But it seems like she needed that too. And sometimes people do like need that something extra to kind of push them and keep them going, especially if they have a job that they don't necessarily hate, but they want or they're looking for more. So, you just, over the holiday season, really kind of take some time to really think about what you want and what you want to accomplish and how you'll get there. And let me tell you, you'll get there.
And speaking of accomplishments, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if you want to feel like that great feeling of accomplishment, just go over to iTunes and give us like a 4 or 5 star rating, leave a review. I swear, I promise you will feel like the best feeling will overcome your life. Like the best thing. That's all I could say.
Wow, that was very dramatic. But yes, people, if you can, please, please, please go over to iTunes. You can even go to startafashiontruck.com/iTunes. It will take you directly there. When you leave us a review, it helps our show improve in the rankings and get discovered, which helps us. So definitely do that.
It's like an out-of-body experience. Like you will never have anything else better happen to you in life.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to stop her now, people. I know. Sorry, every week. But also, remember, you can go to startafashiontruck.com support. And if you wanted to financially support the podcast by donating to on a subscription base to the episodes, be it $1, $5, $10 or whatever, we greatly appreciate you kind of supporting our efforts to support you. So know that you can go to startafashiontruck.com support. And then, of course, as always, over the holidays, if you want to keep this conversation going, go to the Let's Talk About Fashion Truck group. And it's a private group, but just request to get added in there so you could join the conversation. We also do have a page where we post content. Just look up Find a Fashion Truck. And as you could find us on Twitter and Instagram, just type in Find a Fashion Truck and we'll pop right up. And we're on Pinterest too.
And just to backtrack to the Facebook group, it is super action packed. If you are in the market to purchase a truck and you're striving to be a mobile boutique owner, I really encourage you to try and join the group. You'll get tons of great tips and tricks, and you'll be able to network with other mobile boutique owners.
Yeah. And then also, if you've subscribed to our newsletter, which you can find on startafashiontruck.com or findafashiontruck.com, remember to add hello@findafashiontruck.com to your contact or your contacts, because that way we won't accidentally go into spam. And for all you mobile boutique owners out there too, just check your spam folder occasionally, because maybe we emailed you and for some reason we went to spam. But also it's always good practice to check your spam folder. Like I checked mine the other day, and somebody who was trying to pitch something for my website, like it went into the spam folder. So I just encourage anyone to do that at least once a month, just to see if something important has like accidentally been filtered there.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you in January.
Maybe, unless we do a bonus episode. Okay,
we
goodbye.
Won't. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for barking here.